So today's webinar today is about live streaming conversations that connect during chaos. And I think we all agree that we're in a bit of a chaos right now, right? We are all just trying to figure it out. And I'm sure that a lot of us are either, we've been very prepared, we have been, doing this is our thing. Like I've been doing live videos every week for 2 years. So being in front of my camera, talking on camera is really no big deal to me, but I know for some people who have not been in that habit, it is probably a huge life change. If you have small children, you are homeschooling them and trying to work and do all the things, right? So hopefully today will give you a sense of peace, give you some new tools. I'm going to share a lot of fun apps that you might not know about that can totally make your life better. And hopefully by asking questions along as we go, then we can literally solve some problems, and you can walk away having that peace of mind, knowing that you are either totally on track or there's a couple things you can tweak or things you can start, because we're all going to be sheltering in place at least for another month. So I think it's exciting that you guys are all here. If you're just joining us in the chat, I've asked you guys to say who you are and where you're from and what you do. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat and hopefully I'll be able to see those. So again, this is called Live Stream Conversations That Connect During Chaos, and it is brought to you by the wonderful American Marketing Association of the Inland Empire, where I am the immediate past president, and we have our wonderful board here. So if the board is here, make sure you put it in the chat as well, or give me a text and holler if I need anything or if I'm not sounding right. Let me know. All right, so we have to get these out of the way because these are absolutely hysterical. I'm sure you might have seen these memes floating around the internet. But is it true that on Zoom meetings, when your audio, you're a mess? Right? No hair, no makeup, right? You guys have it so easy, right? But when you're on video, you are all dolled up, or you have a really cute picture like Courtney has here that makes it look like you're there, but you're really just listening, which is all good. And then this, I think I zoomed in a little pixelated, but first day of Zoom meetings, I love Parks and Rec and Leslie Nope. And then 14 days of Zoom meetings, like you just lose your boundaries, right? It's like at the beginning, you're all buttoned up and professional. And after a while you're like, whatever, right? I think we're all in that same place. So I have a question to ask you. Are you concerned with this new normal, right? Are you worried? Are you stressed? I'm asking really how you are feeling right now. Because it's scary, right? Do you feel like this guy? Are you excited about the new opportunities? Are you looking forward to all the time you have on your hands to not only work on your business or on your career and do extra education? Or are you more like this guy where you can't touch your face? And he's doing all the touching, and we're not supposed to be touching our face, but you're so freaked out you don't know what to do. Let me know where you're at in the chat so I can see how you're feeling about this, and let me know along we go, because this is very interactive. I hope we can how you feel comfortable asking questions. So again, are you excited and are looking forward to the opportunity, seeing this as a major, maybe you're diving into the stock market for the first time because it's at the lowest point, right? And you heard stories of your grandparents during the Depression and the people who cashed in right after the Depression made huge money, and or maybe you're looking at it as like, oh my God, I just lost everything. I got to find a rock to hide under. I mean, both are very valid feelings, right? But video and or live streaming video is a great way to ask your clients how they are doing, right? And how you can serve them, because we really need to meet our audience where they're at. And I think sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we think it's all about us, and it's not. It's really about our customers and where they're at. And video is, I'm sorry, there's so much to read. There's so much to learn, and video makes life so much easier. So today on this webinar, I'm going to give you some great tools to make your life so much easier, because video really gets across your emotions. They get across your meaning. Have you ever read a text and read it two different ways? One, oh my God, where were you? Or, oh my God, where were you? Right? You could read text in all different ways, right? So, but video, people can see your eyes, they can see your facial expressions, they can see your body language, right? So I think video is really the way to go to communicate during this. So here's a question for you. Are you an expert in your industry or niche? I would love for you to answer. Again, I normally do this on Facebook Live and I see your comments as they come in, but I'm not seeing them today. So let me know, are you an expert in your niche? And I'm talking niche maybe at your company, if you work for a corporation or a school, right? But does anyone know that, right? You might wear that name tag in an in-person meeting, but video and live video is a great way to share your expertise with the world. You see, I see this pandemic. Again, I'm praying for the sick, praying for people who have a compromised immunity, and they definitely should be staying safe, and we all should be protecting them, right? But if you think about it, we're in the middle of an amazing opportunity to either get better at what we do or reinvent ourselves. I've been calling this the great 2020 reset button, right? And I think that's so true, right? Like, there's dolphins now swimming in the canals in Italy. Like, there is sunshine. I mean, just yesterday, our local county released, I guess, golf courses. They're saying you can go out and play golf and play tennis. I guess people are been complaining that they can't get out. So the county just said you can go play golf. I live near a golf course. It was the first time I've heard anybody on that golf course for over a month. And it was weird. I was like, is that a TV show? I'm like, oh my God, people are on the golf course. So crazy, right? So we really need people to know that you are the expert. Here's a couple memes that I just couldn't stop because we're talking about Zoom meetings today. We're on a Zoom meeting. But here's all what I look like after all my quarantine snack. Does anyone relate to this? Like, come on. I was on this really strict diet the first 3 weeks and I was like feeling good. But then I was like, dang, I miss chocolate. I miss wine. So you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a pass on the diet and I'm going to zoom in. We're on Zoom right now. Zoom in on that wine and chocolate. I'm not going to like freak out about it. So I hope you have found your groove in all this. I don't know. Have you been exercising? Let me know in the chat. I'm not seeing anybody here in the chat. So please, tell me in the group chat if you have been if you've been exercising, have been eating healthy, or have you just thrown that all out the window? And then with Zoom, I don't know if you guys have been playing with virtual backgrounds or anything. In fact, I was going to blur my background or add a fun background, but I didn't today. But there, you can get very creative in backgrounds. And this guy was so funny. He says, custom Zoom background is all about the flex. I want to let my grandkids know their grandpa lived large with all the toilet paper. So many funny memes with toilet papers. I'm sure you have been hearing that. So today on this call, I just had to get all that out of the way to tell you the 5 things that we promised during the webinar promotion is that you're going to learn to leverage video apps and social live streaming tools that will basically, again, make your life easier. We're going to help you show up as relevant and topical to your audience. We're going to help you connect with your audience or your clients even in a virtual world, and the ability to do that is awesome. And then we're going to help you virtually remove the screen so you feel face to face. And again, I'm seeing your beautiful faces here. You could all be eating lunch and spilling all down your top for all I know. And it's a beautiful thing because I can't see it. Nobody cares, right? Even if you were on camera, nobody would care. And I'm going to show you how you can collect leads just by sharing your story. Does that sound good? Awesome. That's good. Lisa says, I love what you're doing and I'm working at the same time, so I'm off and on. That sounds awesome. Brian says, we need to get back to work. Need athletes on the field. Pick number 2. Yes, I totally agree too. I want to get everybody to get back to work. I work with restaurants. And so I'll talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, we need to get back to work. Right? Or find our new happy medium, that's for sure. So some people on this call don't know who the heck I am. I'm just this woman blathering onto you, but I'm Mobile Mary. I have been a business owner since 1988. That's 32 years, if anyone does the math quickly. And I'm only 33. That is my running joke. If you've heard it before, please laugh out of obligation. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm a mobile, social, and digital expert. I'm the past president of this wonderful organization hosting this webinar today. I'm a NABO Legacy Award winner, translated old. I'm also the founder of a few different organizations, Social Expert Camp, Brilliant School App Academy, Flag of Corona. I'll tell you a little bit about that. And I'm a wife of 32 years, and I'm most proud of the fact that I have 3 brilliant children, and here they are. This is my why. I think everyone has a why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you get up in the morning, right? And my why is this beautiful family that I have. Take great pride in them. And this is my involvement with the AMA. I've been involved for a little while, I think about 4-ish years. And these are different boards that we've had, these wonderful volunteers who work so hard to get you amazing content. And starting today and for the next month, AMA is actually going to be providing a lot of amazing content. So, so stay tuned. Check in with our Facebook page, our Instagram, our LinkedIn. We're all about all the things. We're going to be getting you some great information. And then this is just the kickoff of our, we didn't rename it, the series of online learning. So these are some of the companies I'm blessed to work with: military, cities, schools, restaurants. And here in Corona, I do their app. I do texting programs to help build customers. Miguel's actually has over 76,000 people on their list, and they've been working with us for 4 years. So it's kind of exciting to really make a difference, especially during this time. And I started on April 2nd, a little group called Flag Corona. They're the national one. The one who started was back east, and we opened a local chapter. And Flag is basically a fundraiser that raises money to pay our restaurants to deliver food to our healthcare heroes. And their frontline appreciation group is what it calls for. So I'm so excited to be able to give our restaurants money. In fact, we launched on March 18th that we would offer our services absolutely for free for restaurants between then and May 31st, just to help new restaurants build a list of mobile customers. And we do all their mobile and social marketing. Absolutely no strings attached. So let's get into the meat of it. So our world is really on our phone. The world is really in the palm of your hand. So these tools that I'm going to share with you today are mostly mobile and desktop, but a lot of them you could use right from your phone. And I don't know if you know this, but 37% of America uses only mobile devices to access the internet, which is something that, let me make sure. Let's see, there's several still waiting to be added. Oh no. Let's see here. People needing to be added. What the heck? Let's see. I'm going to make sure that you are all added. I don't know why it went into a, let's see, went into a holding zone for some reason. Let me know if you are on. It's not letting me share it live to Facebook either for some weird reason. Okay, let us, let's see, hi video panel. I'm gonna make sure that we are all on here. Let's see here, participants. We're gonna, admit all. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I had no idea that we had to admit you. This must be something new on Zoom. Okay. All right, well, now I know. Goodness sakes. We're 15 minutes in and you guys have all been waiting for me. Yes, let you in. Okay. All right, okay. Very cool. People have been sending me messages and I was paying attention to you guys and I didn't see it. Okay. All right. That is a new thing, guys, a new thing. All right. That is okay because we just roll with it, right? Yay. Now you guys are all on. Yay. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Very cool. Let's get back to the promote thing. Okay, so Maria is our wonderful president. She just let me know that people were waiting. So I will make sure to keep this screen open so I can, awesome. So I can actually let you guys in. All right, very interesting. All right, Zoom changing the controls without me knowing. All right, so I was basically just, hey, Robin, hey, Joel, hey, Aggie. Oh my goodness. And Karen and Carolyn. So fun. Okay, so we're gonna admit, oops. Okay, here, it looks like they won't let me put this in the, so I'm just going to make this really big. It won't let me do both at the same time. Again, did I mention I always do this on Facebook Live? Okay, so we talked about how, so we're just going to go through here these manually. So 43, these are interesting statistics that you probably might know, but 43% of adults in the US get all their news from Facebook, right? Which is kind of scary, but that means that you need to be on Facebook sharing your expertise, because that's where people are going to get their information. People also, of course, go to YouTube and all those other channels. 50% of viewers on YouTube use it to learn new things. So if you have something new to teach, it might be good to repurpose your content. Hi, Mary. Oh, hi, Nikki. Hi, Lisa. Oh my goodness, I'm just seeing all of you guys now. So it's really good to make sure that your voice is being heard, your expertise is being shared, because we want to be where the people are. Isn't that a song from Little Mermaid? All you parents. I want to be where the people are. Okay, to keep my day job. So again, just to go back to what we're going to be learning today, let's start with the live, leveraging the live video apps. So these are live streaming tools that a lot of you might actually be using already. Let me know here in the, Zoom chat here if you are using any of these specifically. Cool. All right. Good. Okay, everybody's in. Yay. Okay, cool. So people are using StreamYard, Join Me, Be Live, Zoom. Let me know in the comments what you are using right now. Obviously, right now we're using Zoom, but there's a lot of other tools out there. I use Be Live on Facebook all the time, and I'm going to be starting to use some new tools called StreamYard pretty soon, because I'm going to be morphing my regular show on multiple platforms, and I'll share you more about that as well. But let me know what you guys use here. It says here, Zoom to GoToMeeting, Join Me. I want to learn, Be Live, Twitter also. Okay, awesome. Nathan, I see that. Ecamm and Zoom mostly. Okay, cool. Zoom. Hey, Becky. Yeah, right. Cool. Yeah, so that's exactly. So depending on what tool you use, there's different ways they can help you get out to your audience. So, and how, I'm wondering how you are using these tools, because they could be used for lots of different things these days, which again is all going to relate back to your customers, because we're marketing experts and we want to reach our customers. But are you using it with family chats or having virtual happy hours? I just saw a new term. It says POSH, pants optional social or happy hour. Something like that. Pants optional was the funny part. And so I thought that was funny. So this is what my family, actually, we had a coffee chat last weekend. It was kind of fun. Of course, everybody always puts up with me taking pictures. We've had virtual board meetings and client chats. As you can see, this is our AMA board. I've been doing live streaming interviews. It's a great way to really engage your audience. These were some videos that we did last year. Again, I was going to pull some examples from the internet, but I thought, you know what, why not make fun of myself? So you're going to see some really silly pictures of me online. But we did live streaming interviews to create a buzz for the events that we were creating. So last year we had an event called MEG, Marketing Experts Give Back. We're going to be having that same event in September, I believe. Nathan and Maria, you can let me know in the chat when that is. We're going to be having it at Maria's work at Esri, which is awesome. So we did these live video interviews, which basically everybody who was on the interview with me, they notified their people, right? So with my people and their people all together, we brought into our exposure to our influence to the groups, right? So this is a great way to, maybe an idea for you is to interview your current customers or potential new customers. That's why a lot of people start podcasts. In fact, I had one from 2012 to 2015, and that was my number one way, a reason that I got my podcast is I wanted to be able to get into a customer's office virtually and get to know them over a full hour. And they really loved having that opportunity. Hi, Lester. How are you? I can see you. Hi, Linda. And so live interviews are a great way. So Lester, for your wonderful town planner calendar, this would be a great way for you to do a live interview with everybody who advertises on your calendar. You could be doing weekly interviews with those advertisers and having them share it on their page as well as your page. So it does a cross promotion, which is awesome. Let me see, next one. Also, collaboration increases engagement. So when you're on doing one of these interviews, people start commenting on the side of your videos. Now I use a lot of Facebook Live, but there's other tools as well, LinkedIn Live, YouTube Live, and they all have the chat feature. But what's great is as you're talking and you're asking questions, now in this format, I'm not able to pop up the comments below like I normally am, but it's beautiful because you can actually see people's comments, you can pop them up on the screen, and people love to see that. They want to know that they're being heard and valued, right? Exactly. So you guys are commenting, you're using virtual meetings, family chats, virtual happy hours, trainings. That's awesome. Yeah, it's just such a powerful tool. But I want to encourage you guys to really share your personality. People want to see when you're on video, your authentic you, right? They don't want to see something all buttoned up and corporate and have, you know, like the TV screen right here. I mean, you can do that if you really want to get into it, but especially right now during, you know, this pandemic, I'm not air quoting pandemic, it is a pandemic, but during this opportunity that we're in right now, it doesn't have to be polished. People actually are giving you guys more grace, or I should say giving everyone more grace, right? There's people that, as I'm sure you've all heard of it, have literally taken their phone into the bathroom during a Zoom call and didn't know that they had to turn off their video. And now they're Insta famous because people have posted those pictures. But people are giving everyone grace because everyone is in this together. There are dogs barking, there's cats jumping on keyboards, there are kids running in asking questions for homeschool, and people get it. Life is real. And I love that. I love that we can now really let our hair down, so to speak, and be goofballs. As you can see here, these are screen captures from different of my videos. Obviously, I know how to, I know how to be real, by I don't know, on purpose or accident, right? But these are the other thing. The next thing I want to talk about is showing up consistently to be relevant and topical. So right now, it's almost taboo to be hard selling anything, right? So like Lester, you wouldn't be going around telling people you need to buy a calendar right now. You need to buy a calendar. That's not where everybody's focus is. Everyone's focus is, right, making sure they have enough toilet paper, right? Making sure that they, you know, that they're figuring out if they're getting a loan, a PPP loan or something, right? People have things on their mind. They're not thinking of buying, but it doesn't mean that you can't show up and offer what you do for when people are ready, which is pretty good sales practice anyways, right? You want to be in front of someone consistently, so when they are ready to buy, they think of you, right? So you're not pushing things down people's throats. We can't, you know, force people to buy from us, but by showing up consistently, you're constantly in their feed. You're in YouTube, you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're doing whatever it is of wherever your people are, and you're doing it consistently, because I would believe that this helps you with the 7 C's. 7 is my favorite number. And so I love that that these C's all fit together. So when you do, you provide clarity of your message. People will understand, even though if the first video that you do doesn't really give everyone exactly the full picture, because you're going to be showing up the next week or the next day, you might be able to bring up another point that means something to that next person, right? And when you get laser focused and clear on who they would call in marketing your avatar, right? Your exact target audience, the person that you're talking to, the more clear you are in your communication to that one person, the more you're going to attract to you, because people are going to be like, oh my God, you're speaking right to me, right? So it provides clarity. The second thing is it provides credibility. By showing up regularly and talking about what you do and lifting others up. And part of my live video strategy, I basically tell people that there's certain things that you do every day, right? Or during the week, I should say. And one of the things is celebrate. Not only celebrate your wins, but celebrate your clients, celebrate your vendors, lift them up, because I have a slide in here, I guess it's near the bottom, is rising tides lifts all boats, right? So if we can say, oh my gosh, like Lester, I'm giving you a shout out just because you're right here in my view, so I can see you, right? But by me saying, oh my gosh, I saw Lester at this event, and I just realized what an amazing bonus he is to our community. He offers this amazing calendar that allows people to advertise and being in front of everyone on a regular basis. And then he goes online and he promotes, like by me telling everybody how awesome Lester is, he is now been lifted up, right? And in turn, because I'm saying how awesome Lester is, it's a human nature to want to do the same thing back to the person who's just gushed over you, right? But at the same time, it also shows the people that I have influence over, like, wow, they, you know, that person really likes celebrating other people. I'd like to be close to that person because I want to be celebrated too, right? It just gives an instant credibility. The third thing is confidence. Once you go live on video or you're doing more videos and you're explaining what you do, it gives you a confidence because it's not as scary anymore. You're not like freaked out about what you're going to say all the time. You kind of get into a groove. And I know you won't know this until you do it, right? You won't know what you don't know until you do it. And Diane is giving 2 thumbs up. Diane Callan is an amazing person, by the way. She's one of my campers, longtime friends, awesome writer, and she's for hire if you guys need emails and websites and all that kind of fun stuff done, right? She finally, after me pushing her for a year, girl, I see you. She's smiling really big. She went live in her group and she was telling everybody some amazing things and made them, she is the happiness. What is your thing? Your happiness, not whisper. Lisa's happiness whisper. Put it in the quotes. But anyways, so she actually was able to fulfill her joy and make a difference with the people in her group by going live and sharing what she was doing and what the group was for and how she could help them, right? Because we need to step into our greatness, not shy away from it, especially now. The fourth C is connections. The connections you make when you're making live videos, people who are commenting on your video and they're being engaged with your videos or whatever, those connections become more solid. There's people that I have not seen in probably 10 years physically who've been following my videos and commenting on my videos. And when I get a video conference with them, or if I happen to see them at an event randomly, it's like we have been caught up. Like I know everything about their family, their kids, because they comment on my stuff. I check out their social media and I see what's going on, their vacations or whatever, right? We are in sync with each other, and those are connections, right? And they start conversations, which is number 5. Conversations with humans are so important. And I think sometimes we forget that, is that basically, even though we are, I'm just realized I'm not looking straight at the screen. When we are, having a conversation online, those conversations are relationships. There's a human besides. Now, in this situation, we're actually seeing each other. I don't see everybody. A lot of people have a picture up or their name, which is just fine. What's interesting is Zoom puts the people with pictures up at the top, so I can actually see you. That's why I'm talking to you a little bit more, which is interesting. So yes, we see you waving. But these conversations will lead to conversions. And what I mean by conversion is someday that person is going to need something. Now, it might not be anything that you sell. It might be a referral. It might be that they have introduced you to somebody that will eventually become a customer, right? Or maybe they're not ready at this moment to buy something from your company or hire you to be a coach or buy an advertisement with your calendar. They might not be ready now. But by seeing you and having a conversation with you and making that connection with you as a human, they're doing the old marketing, threesome, which is know, like, and trust you. And when someone can know, like, and trust you, it's golden, absolutely golden. Let's see here. Hold on. Moving that up. Cool. And then the last thing is community. You want to create community with people, right? So that's why Facebook groups are so important, is that you're creating a community of like-minded individuals that all have a common goal. They all want to be learning together. They all want to support the same cause. They want to be in a movement, right? I just got shivers using that word. So that group that we started here in Corona called FLAG, Frontline Appreciation Group, has created a movement. There's probably in like literally less than 3 weeks, we have like over 300 people in this group who all have a passion to support our restaurants because they want them to survive, and to support our healthcare heroes because they want them to thrive. They want them to have healthy food in the middle of the night when the cafeteria is closed while they're helping our sick and elderly, right? We all have that desire to do something. And sometimes when you don't know what to do, if you can join someone else's movement who is doing something, it fills you up, it empowers you, right? And that's what we want to do with your videos and your going live, right? You'd want to empower people that are watching you to do something that will transform their life, because that is so important, is that you are someone who's going to make such a difference in their life that they're going to change something, make something, do something that maybe they just felt like they couldn't do before. But because you're going live and giving them encouragement and giving them inspiration, giving them motivation, I can think of the word, then you're the catalyst to that spark, especially right now, right? We have the ability to totally, like I was mentioning in one of my lives, which by the way, I go live every Tuesday at 2:30 in my Mobile Mary page. Just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I always say that you are the answer to someone's prayer, right? And you never know when somebody needs that prayer. If you're a carpet cleaner and you're quiet right now because no one can have you cleaning their carpets, right? And you're thinking, why should I do anything? I'm just going to Netflix and chill, right? I'm going to eat everything out of my refrigerator and I'm going to lay in my backyard and get sunburn or whatever, right? No, if you're a carpet cleaner, you need to be online at least once a week saying, wow, when this is over, your house is going to be really dirty and I'm going to be there to clean for you. If your mother-in-law is coming over for a summer barbecue and you don't want to be judged, you need to call me because this is what I can do for you. I will disinfect, I will clean, or whatever you're going to do, right? And when all of a sudden people are like, oh yeah, I better book that because I don't want that person to be booked when it comes time. When they open the gates, I want my house to be cleaned. I want my, windows to be clean. I want my roof to be, whatever it is, right? You need to get out there. If you're a brick and mortar, you need to be showing up and telling people what you do and how you could do it for them and why you're the best. And something I teach my restaurants is things that you think are maybe not so important. Maybe they're things that you're thinking, Joel's, that needs to be back in. Okay, cool. You're thinking that, where was I going with that? I just had a train of thought that just went out of my brain. That's okay. I'll go on. Anyway, so I put a little graphic in here. So I had done a video, every day for a couple of years, and I just got this little. This is now old, but I had reached 1,000 people and had 1,800 engagements that week because people knew I was showing up, and every week they knew, just like the Waltons, just like Friends, just like anything that we used to do when we were little and had to wait a whole week between shows, right? You knew to show up every Thursday at 8 to watch Friends, right? Because that's when you got your fix. Now you can totally binge it. But anyways, so when people it's a human nature that we want something to look forward to. So I encourage you to do that. Also, I mentioned the last C was community. This was my little camp group. We do a live Zoom twice a month called Campfire Chat. And you create a community when you can see each other online. Now, Lorna up in the upper left-hand corner, she lives in Costa Rica. Like, I'm going to see her maybe once a year at any women conference, right? But I'm never going to see her every day because she lives in the beautiful jungle, right? So, and Tina Marie, she used to live here in Corona and she moved to Maryland to start a new life. And she's wonderfully happy, but I get to see her using live streaming video tools. So I want to encourage you to not give up right now. I want you to step into this opportunity right now to get out there. Di, my beautiful sister, who's right below me on the screen here, she is America's gerontologist. She needs to be getting out there and every week sharing a tidbit about how to age well. Because right now, she's giving me a thumbs up because she knows I'm ragging on her. I'm calling you out. There's 27 people on right now, Diane. I'm calling you out. She needs to show up and tell them what to do. Talk to the senior care advisors and give them all her wonderful knowledge. She's a social scientist, by golly. And she needs to be showing up. She's yelling at the screen right now. I know. Yeah. Well, get off, build a bridge, get over it, get online, girl. Calling you out. Everybody, call her out. Here, you guys. Oh, that's so funny. All right. I'm so sorry, Joel, that you missed most of this. Zoom created this weird waiting room thing, and I did not set that up on purpose, so I apologize. Okay. So connecting clients. Here, I can't even see my words. Face-to-face, virtually remove the screen. So that's the other thing too, is by using tools that I'm going to introduce them in a minute. I just realized I moved my slides around. You can literally remove the screen virtually from your customers, right? So sometimes you think, well, I can't really connect with people. They're behind a wall, you know, like doink, 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 doink. You ever see those GIFs? So they're like, doink, 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 doink. Are you in there? Boink, 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 boink. Okay, I'm gonna get letters. All right, so so when you pick up people's comments and you call them out, right? You're virtually like mentally removing the screen, because science has told us that when when people see the whites of your eyes and they see you talking to them like I am right now, I'm making eye contact with you, your brain actually computes that is that I'm sitting straight in front of you. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. You are sitting straight in front of me. I'm looking at you. And especially on Zoom, I can see your faces and my sister is laughing at me. So that's the thing. You're literally removing it. And then if you use tools like Be Live, and I'll give you a little discount code if you would like to get that for yourself for free. It gives you a longer free demo and a discount if you decide to use it professionally, but they have a total free version. You don't need to pay for it. You can actually pop people's information underneath, and it totally like almost doubles the engagement, because when people know if they make a comment and it's going to pop up on the screen, they get so excited. In fact, we probably should have done this, Maria, on Facebook Live instead of on Zoom, even though I'm really enjoying seeing a few of the faces, which is very fun too. Joel says, Zoom never lets me in. They're not a fan of Mr. Corona. It's probably because you have the name Corona in your name, Joel. That's why we are doing Flag of Corona, California, to change the name Corona to being a town who cares and not be associated with a virus. So that's one of my goals. Yes. I need to know, I need to be visible again. Karen, just turn on your video. Okay, cool. And then live stream video is also very authentic. You can get as silly or as serious as you want, but I want to encourage you to be silly. If that is your personality, if it's not your personality, don't fake it, right? But I'm a total goofball. So I have just been having so much fun, like realizing that I don't have to put on airs. Because I think that's a lot of this, is that people think I have to be like perfect. And there's a very powerful term that you probably should have tattooed on the inside of your eyelids, is done is better than perfect. You don't have to have the perfect everything to get going. You just need to be a human and talk to other humans. And once you do that, you have totally are so much farther ahead of people who just are so in that fear mode, right? So I want to encourage you to be you, and it's okay. And I want to encourage you to do that. So this is the tool that I've been talking about, Be Live. So if you text the word video to the number 40691, you'll get a little link that has a discount code in it, and it's a free trial. It's like a longer free trial. Instead of 1 week, it's 2, or instead of 2, it's like 4, something like that. But if that's what you are interested in, do that, and it'll save you some money. Who doesn't want to save money, right? Right. And so here is the format for basically every live streaming video. This is like the template that you can use. Again, almost stupid simple, right? 1, intro. Hi, I'm Mary Barnett, and I'm going to be talking about 3 things today that are going to make your life better, right? Or, hi, I'm Di Patterson, America's gerontologist, and I'm going to tell you how to age well. 1, take your vitamins. 2, go for a walk in the sunshine. 3, put Listerine in your water pick and water pick your mouth because it helps your brain in some way, because I know I'm brilliant. Okay, whatever. So, these are tips she told me. So that's the, and then the third tip, or third thing you do, is do a call to action. Tell people what to do. Okay, this is a marketing term, CTA, call to action. You never want to like give somebody information and then for them not to know what to do with it, right? So what do they do with it? You're going to tell them, right? You're going to say, here's the 3 things. And if you would like a free report on this written down, you're going to comment with the word age in the comments below, and my bot will send you that PDF automatically, right? That's one way to do it. 2, comment below and I'll circle back after this video and answer any questions you have. Or 3, email this thing or scan this QR code, whatever it is, tell them what you want them to do. It's a call to action, right? And then for a rule of thumb, 4 to 7 minutes for a promotional video, 10 to 20 minutes for an educational video. So if you're teaching somebody something, You can go a little bit longer because they might want the details. They want to see, want to see diagrams. They might want to see it, you know, step by step, or they might, like I do in my camp, I show you how to do stuff, you know, on screen. So that's what you need to do is think 4 to 7 minutes. You can do anything under 5 minutes. You can do anything. You can stand on your head for 5 minutes. You can stand on 1 foot for 5 minutes. You can hold your, well, you might not want to hold your breath for 5 minutes. That's not a good example, but I'm just saying you can do anything under 5 minutes, right? So just get over yourself, build a bridge and get over it. Am I standing on a soapbox too much? I didn't really intend on going there. Okay. Live streaming also creates connections and builds relationships. Okay. So here's an example. I was working with a client. We were building a mobile app, mobile web, what was it? A progressive web app for the local school district. And I was joking that I'm really just a geek at heart. I even have a propeller. And so my client said, oh my God, put on your propeller hat. We'll take a picture and I'll tweet it out. So here I am being a geek. She took my picture on her laptop, as you can see, like we're in her office, her home office. And then she tweeted it out, always great day doing a Zoom meeting with Mobile Mary for the Corona Narco Expo, right? So it was, you know, just a fun in the moment, but what did she do here? Not only did she promote that she's working with somebody professionally, she's building something amazing for her company or her school district, obviously, but it now gave both of us more credibility in our circles, right? Here's her circle, here's my circle, and where they go to is congruent circles. Remember that in 7th grade? Yes, the only time I've used that is in this example. So you can build relationships with people who are friends with you, right? And I'm talking online here. So friends of yours who are on maybe Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, right? If you have followers on YouTube, you can go into groups and create relationships with people who are in, hey, there's Karen. So nice to see you, sweetheart. Karen moved to Texas and she has an amazing essential oil business. And so she's actually really great with doing live videos. She does unboxing videos. So she literally will get a new shipment, put her camera in front of her, right, at a flattering angle. And so, that's always like the key things, right? Never put your video under here. You look like Jabba the Hutt, right? Never put it, you know, up your nose. Like, just make sure you're smart about how you do your video. Hey, Lorna, there she is. I was just talking about you. Okay, we're gonna mute this. Oops, can I mute it? All right. Okay, mute. All right. So, where was I? Okay, creating relationships. So people say, like, where do I find my clients, right? So I was saying about Karen, she does essential oils. She has groups of people who are interested in essential oils, and she can go in there and make comments and look like the expert. And then people who are interested in essential oils can reach out to her, or if they have questions, she can circle back to them, right? So in groups, you can create events to do live videos. Like we created an event for the American Marketing Association on all the social platforms, and then invited people to these events, just like you would do a physical event. We're doing them to a webinar, which is a online event, right? Facebook pages, events, vendors, power partners. You can find connections and really build relationships online with all these different groups. So I'm going to be getting now into more personal video. So I've been talking about using social platforms and using tools like Zoom to meet with clients or whatever. But sometimes once somebody goes from being on a mass level, right, where you have a relationship like in a kind of a group mentality, sometimes you need to connect with people like on a one-on-one. So here are some tools that you can use. I'm sure a lot of you use these. In fact, I'd love to see here in the comments. I'm going to put this up high so I can see it. Oh my goodness, so many things have come in and I didn't even see it. It said, Nathan says, sometimes a good plan today is better than a great plan 30 days from now. General Patton, that is awesome. So true. Claudia says she loves her water pick. I know I need to use mine more regularly. But yeah, Diane says if you put a shot of Listerine in your water pick, somehow it helps your brain. She can explain it to you. I don't know, but I thought it was impressive. Maria said that the Marketing Experts Give Back is now going to be held on September 17th, which is exciting. And again, hopefully we'll be let out of our cages and we'll be able to come. And we'll probably still, you know, bump elbows even in September, but that is awesome. But yeah, using these tools. So Carolyn says she uses Voxer to connect and build relationships. I love it. Lorna says Skype and endless conversations with her mother on FaceTime. I love that. Karen says Marco Polo is her favorite. She just said, you're saying that to me privately, by the way, Karen. Nobody else can see that. But actually, Karen is the one who introduced me to Marco Polo. So FaceTime, you know what it is. It's a phone call by face. Skype obviously can be the same thing. Voxer is more like a walkie-talkie app for just your voice. And Marco Polo is like a walkie-talkie app with video. So you're literally making little videos and then people can go back and watch it. And what's nice is because it's your video, your expression is like so important that what you mean, right? I mean, if you can hear it obviously in a voice for Voxer, but I just love Marco Polo because you can see each other's face, you can show them things. So I actually have a niece who lives in Idaho and I'm creating a relationship with her children through Marco Polo. I literally have her like show me what the kids are doing and then they say hi and then I say hi back. Again, they're all separate videos, so it's kind of weird for kids to do that. But FaceTime obviously is better because they can see you talking to them. But I just thought these were kind of fun tools that you guys might not know about. Also on Skype here, you can see as an example, you can do live, obviously, conversation through Skype, or you can send pictures and things like that. And here's an example of Marco Polo, same thing. And while someone's talking, if you're on live, you can send hearts and laughy faces, and you can make your voice sound funny, like a unicorn or a robot. So it's just a fun, silly app. But again, a great way to connect with clients. You can actually create a group conversation so you can talk to a whole team. And that's what Karen does with her business. I think it's awesome. Also Facebook Messenger mobile. So you can literally do video chats and messages and audio messages and stuff back and forth with the Messenger app. I don't know if any of you use that tool, let me know. But you don't just have to do a text, you could do live calls with that. I use that all the time, but I've been doing it through Facebook because it was always a mobile tool. But look at this cool little, you can use all kinds of augmented reality and do all kinds of fun things, which is, I don't know if any of you have done this before, but I didn't even put a slide in here about this, but I use a tool called Snap Camera, which is a product of Snapchat, and you can download it to your desktop and create augmented faces and putting on bunny ears and everything in Zoom calls. I should have done that today. And it totally breaks up the monotony when someone shows up as a unicorn to a Zoom meeting. I mean, right? It's a great way to show your personality. You could change your hair color. I did that in camp last week. I changed my hair color while I was talking, just to freak people out, right? But I was gonna say is the big announcement is just yesterday, I got alerted by Facebook that they just launched their Messenger desktop app. So if you have a Mac, you can literally download Messenger for your computer, and you could obviously do video chats. You could keep the conversation in the low light situation in dark mode. So if you don't want your face lit up in the middle of the night, if you're texting people in bed, you could use their new dark mode. Also, you can multitask because again, just like on Zoom, you could put a picture of yourself up and be listening to a conversation while you're doing something else. And then you could also share photos, files, videos, and things like that with like groups or whatever. So again, these are tools that you can use to live stream, keep those connections going during this chaotic time, keep those conversations going, those relationships going, even though you can't physically see them in person. Here's another one of my favorite tools that I have talked about before. So if you've been on any of my videos, you might. Karen says, oh, hi, Karen. You're Karen Bradford. Caution on Marco Polo. My school IT department caution using the app. It says access to all your contacts. Yes. Well, I hate to break it to you, Karen. All apps do. We either have to be willing to be plugged into the Borg. If you're a Star Trek fan, you'll know what that means. Or not, because pretty much most apps, sadly, have a lot more access than we actually even know about. I mean, if you read their fine print and you accept their terms of service, most apps are doing that. In fact, the military asked all of their, I don't think asked is the right word, demanded that all of their personnel take off TikTok because it's owned by the Chinese government. So that's something to think about as well. So if you're concerned about safety, some of these apps might not be appropriate for you. Disclaimer. Lorna says, our grandchildren in China talk to my husband on FaceTime and they turn themselves into creatures that take on the kid's personality. I love that. You end up talking to dragons instead of kids. I love that. That is so awesome. Joel says, Duo I use as well. I'm an Android guy. Oh, interesting. Okay, very cool. I love it. Okay. So this is another use of a video that you can actually do that are used called Dub Smash. And let me just show you a couple examples of this. Here we go.
I'm so excited.
So this is a dentist that uses this tool to make her less scary.
Don't hold back.
So if you had to choose a dentist, would you decide to choose this dentist or one who was boring?
I've got this feeling so appealing for us to get together and sing.
Right? So this is a way that not only you can do this for your own company, but you can empower your team to do it too. So if you download this Dubsmash app, you can have everybody create a fun little thing. Now, this is very similar now to TikTok. So before TikTok was TikTok, it used to be called Musical.ly, and then TikTok bought Musical.ly, or they merged, or they just changed their name, whatever it is. But Dubsmash has been doing this all along. So it's also a social platform, but it's just a great way. You could download the videos, make a little fun. So this dentist, Bright Inspired Dentistry, she uploads into her YouTube channel every Monday, and it's called Monday Bites. And it's a brilliant marketing tool, which she probably was just doing for fun because that's her personality. But she did it. And now she has this huge following of people who are lining up to get their teeth done by her because they want to be on one of her videos. I think that's beautiful. Okay, so we talked about one-to-one, one to a small group using those apps, and then one to the masses. So I'm a high proponent of doing live video. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter uses something called Periscope. Not very many people use it anymore, but it's still there. I started on Periscope actually. YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live, if you get approved. Are you guys using any of these tools? Let me know in the chat. If you are, make sure that you are talking to everyone, not just to me personally, so everybody can see your answer. Yeah, Carolyn just said she had to go and do everything Mary says. I love that. Thank you. Carolyn actually used to be, I think, the president of American Marketing Association years ago. So let me know if you're using, so Joel just laughed. Of course, he uses Facebook Live all the time. So let me know if you're using any of this. And somebody asked me, what is the key? What is the trick of live video? And I'm gonna narrow it down to one thing. Are you guys ready for it? One thing. Talk to the dot. People are like, how do you go on video? How do you do this? How do you do that? I'm like, seriously? There's a little dot right there on the top of your camera. Just talk to it, right? Think of it as your friend. Make friends with the dot, right? And just talk to it. I know it seems kind of weird. And a lot of times, because I'm turning the camera around so I can see myself, I'm literally just talking to myself, which is the definition of crazy. So I'm not saying anything, but seriously, talk to the dot. There is no better way to do it. And you don't have to go live the first time or the second time or the third time or the fourth time, right? Just make a video on your camera. And if you like it, you can repurpose that by using it for IGTV. So in case you didn't know, you can go live on Instagram, but if you create a video that you upload to Instagram, you can make it, if it's longer than a minute, it'll run over and you have to like give it permission. It'll run over onto IGTV. And then you're basically starting your own television network. What? It's phenomenal. So these are things that you really need to look into, and this is the perfect time to do it because you can basically show up and be seen as the expert in your industry when you use these live tools. And guess what? They're absolutely free. Why wouldn't you want to do this, right? And I know it can be scary, but this is the time. Again, the thing I've said to my children forever is build a bridge and get over it. I want you to just take this opportunity by the horns and just go for it. So these are different ways that you can go live individually. There are tools like StreamYard, which allows you to go live on Facebook and Instagram, no, Facebook and LinkedIn and YouTube. I don't know if it's simultaneously, but you could go, you can make that choice. Be Live, you can go on Facebook and YouTube, again, separately though. But I found a new tool, and I'm gonna show you this really quick. This is like a 30-second video. And Joel just asked about this, the television network. This is the promo for this new software called E360 Live, and it allows you to basically go live. I just realized my thing was riding up high there, so you probably haven't seen the top of my slides. So if you scan that QR code, you'll be able to get information and a discount from me because I'm an affiliate. But watch this video really quick, because again, if you're taking the time to go live on Facebook and you're thinking, how am I going to get onto a bigger platform? Here's a way to do it. So basically you could be live on Fire, Roku, Apple TV, their E360 channel, Android, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, and Periscope all at the same time. So you basically get a time slot. So just like a TV show, Thursdays at 8 p.m., you can literally pick your time slot. And when you go live, you're live on all channels all at the same time. Talk about broadening your reach, right? So I'm really excited about this new television network, and it's cross-platform, social and you know, regular, what do you call it? But it's called multicasted. So if you want to be multicasted, scan that code and look more into it, or you can ask me privately and I will help you. Yes. Karen says, one of my mottos is to have the courage to saw off the limb behind me. I'll figure out something fast on the way down. Act with all the confidence of a 4-year-old wearing a Batman cape. I love it. Karen, that is so awesome. And by the way, Karen is a Saxon. So Diane, you know her. This is so awesome. Saxon as our high school mascot. Okay, so here's another tidbit. I know I'm going kind of long. I hope you about 10 more minutes to go. If you need to jump off, I totally respect that. I hope this is being recorded. Okay, it is. So we'll be posting this in the Facebook group. But collecting leads by sharing stories. So this is an example of a video funnel. Okay, so if you want to tease somebody, create a video teasing something that you're going to be doing, an event, a promotion, something that's coming up, right? You can create a video about your feature event or do it live, right? And then you can repurpose that video, right? And open up the distribution, right? And a great way to do it is using a tool called Wave. I thought, you know what? Seriously, an hour before I started, about 11 o'clock, I thought, you know, I probably should do an example of what a video is that you don't have to be on screen for, right? Or a tool that you can take a video and repurpose it. And I basically found this one in the templates and I made it. That was it, 12 seconds. Made that like that. Seriously, it took me 3 minutes to make. It was all done. The things were there. I just changed it and added my logo at the bottom, right? So you don't have to be on video to create video. And you could use tools like Wave. And again, I have a discount because I'm an affiliate of theirs. So you could text the word Wave to the same number, 40691, and they'll send you a little link with a discount and all that kind of stuff. So you could actually take your videos that you've created on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you've made them on your phone. You could stick them in Wave and create those banners on the top and the bottom. You know how you see those that come up in your feed. You could create stickers, watermarks, run the clips of the words underneath your videos. So many things you could do with Wave, right? And then call to action and chatbots that deliver. So the other things we promise is how to collect leads so you can actually take these relationships, right, that you're having conversations, these people, connections you're having conversations with, and how you're going to create them into a conversion is that you want to capture their data in some way. So when I give you ability to text in, right, I am collecting your data. Now I'm not going to spam you. Those are basically just ways to get you information quickly. But I have collected your mobile number, and I can follow up with you by texting you something. I'm not going to, but if I wanted to, I could tell you that would be what I would do. But the same thing on Facebook. You can use chat bots in Messenger, and you could say, like what I would typically do in a Facebook Live is I'd say, hey, if you would like the show notes from what I'm talking about today, type the word show in the comments below, and I will have my Mary bot send you those notes right after this is over, right? So instantly they type in comment or show, and then in their messenger opens up and it says, I'm glad you're interested in these notes. We'll send them to you after the show is over. I didn't do that. I had my bot do it. Of course I had to set up the bot, right? But this is a great way to collect leads. Another brilliant part of that is then you can then take those leads and retarget them for future videos, future training, ads. So if you run an ad, you could put a chat bot to it. And if someone has a question, I click on it and it could answer all their questions right inside their chatbot. And on that note, you could scan this code and see a sample of a chatbot. So I'm giving you all these tools basically not to sell you anything. Of course, if you want them, I would help you with them, but it's to let you know that they exist, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, right? And so that's the whole point of this webinar, is to share with you some things that you may not know that you could take advantage of that would totally change the direction of your business, that would pivot whatever you're doing now, taking all the knowledge that you have and pivot in a new direction, right? So scan that code and you'll actually be sent a messenger, or you could text MaryBot, one word, to the number 71441, and you'll get a link. And then after this webinar is over, which will be in a few minutes, you could actually click on that link and it'll send you through a little demo on Messenger. So this is I just wanted to show you the power of brilliant bots, is what I have branded my bots. And as an example, this is what I would send out. So I was doing a challenge last fall, I think it was. And when someone commented, I would say, hi, first name. So it'd be like, hi, Mary, right? Are you tired of teaming up with the latest social media, right? So it went through the thing. And at the bottom, if they were interested, they click on that link and it told Facebook they were interested in what I had, and then it would deliver information. Another time I was promoting a masterclass that I was doing, and I sent a message out with my picture there and the information. And I asked, you want show notes? You want an invitation to a next event? Or do you want to, because I was talking about Be Live, I was giving a discount so they could click on Be Live. So it gives people options of how to talk to you or give you what you need, right? And so it's just a time saver is what it is. So as I said in the beginning, rising tides lifts all boats. And so I always like leaving these webinars with another tool that you can use absolutely for free that you might not be aware of. And I love this because life is short. And there's a lot of videos out there to watch. And there's a lot of education that you're probably backed up on during this quarantine. You're like so excited. You're like signing up for every challenge and you're reading, you're getting all this information. Then you're like, oh my God, I don't have time to read everything, right? So here's a tool that'll make your world a better place. It'll bring back the sanity that you've been missing. It's a Google extension. It's called Video Speed Controller. You download it for free from the Google Store. Now you have to be using Chrome to be able to use it, but it allows you to speed up and slow down videos. Now most people slow down my videos because I talk so fast, but most of the time you want to speed up. Like if, you know, in the beginning of a video, people are chatting and getting to know each other and they're doing call outs or whatever. And you're like, you know what? I don't need to hear this. You can fast forward and you hear them talking like this, little mini chipmunks, right? And you zoom that. And now if you miss something, you could go back and then go forward and then go back and then stop and then watch it slower. And you could slow it down so you could take notes or you could stop it, right? So it's basically like having, what do you call that? Not Roku. What is that thing where people like stop live video and watch it again? It's a TV thing. I don't remember. Anyways, but it's that way for internet. So download this free extension. Again, it's my gift to you. Absolutely free, but it will change your life. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. Oh my goodness, I'm being goofy. Okay. So do we still have people on here? I'm going to make sure you have any questions. This is awesome information. I'm so glad. I'm glad. Okay. Thank you, Mary. I need to leave, but this is okay. Being recorded. Yes. Awesome. 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 Okay. So here's my last public service announcement because I'm all about the texting. Honk if you love Jesus. Text while you're driving if you want to meet him. Don't do it. Don't text when you drive. Just don't do it. This is Mobile Mary telling you. Yes, I'm looking at you, Joel. Don't text while you drive. Yes, because the goal in all this training today is that I want you to make your customers fall in love with you by showing up and showing your personality and giving the gifts that you've been given and sharing them with the world. They're going to fall in love with you. I love you too, Joel. They're going to fall in love with you. They won't be able to help themselves. And the people who don't like how you sound when you're on video aren't your people anyway, right? If you're so worried about making everyone love you, right? And you think, oh, if I, have my hair messy, they won't like me. Well, if you want to hang out with someone who cares if your hair is messy, right? You want to be with your people. So your people who listen to you and like your information, they will fall in love with you. And then you will start a connection. You will have conversations, and then those will turn into conversions, and the world is going to be amazing. And when we're allowed out of this quarantine, life is going to be so much better. I just wanted to give you that hope because it is. And I want to tell you, 80% rule, right? People who show up, 80% of your, what is that, 80-20 rule, right? I took the quote off of here. It was a Woody Allen quote. 80% of the people, oh goodness, you probably could tell me. But I usually do this on my conversation and I say, and I believe in you. But was it, 80% of success is just showing up. That's what it was. So because you guys showed up, you're already successful. You're already so much farther ahead than the rest of the population. So good for you. And right now, I would typically take a selfie of the audience, but we have a lot of people have left. We now are down a few. We've probably lost about 10 people. But would you guys want to come on screen for a second and I could take a screenshot of you? I should have done this earlier when there was more people on here, but if you don't mind, turn on your video, and it doesn't matter if your hair is messy, and if you do mind, just leave your cute picture up and I'll take a picture. So I can see everybody like fixing their hair. You look all so cute. Like this. Oh, look at you. Hi, Lisa. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Some people are still not brave. That's okay. Karen or Robin, we already had this discussion. You don't need to show up. Oh my goodness, Maria has a fancy background. Look at her. It's not toilet paper, but you know, it's the second best thing. Hawaii. I love it. Okay, are we all ready? There's somebody who has the 909 number who's doesn't even show their name, but that's okay. We won't judge them. All right, Karen, you're not going to come on. I just want to give you one more thing. Even Nathan is nervous. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So strike a pose. I'm going to take a picture. Ready? 1. Okay, Karen, don't cover up your face. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Okay, very cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, and on that note, do I have your permission to share this video or that picture? Yes? Okay, awesome. You always have to ask, by the way. So I just want to thank all of you guys for showing up, because again, 80% of showing up is success, right? So I hope you gather some great information. This is being recorded, so I'm going to upload it onto Facebook. The next time we do one of these webinars, Maria, we should do it live on Facebook because we can then see everybody a little bit better. You won't be able to see people, but you'll see the comments. But I think this is the reason that we made this decision to do it on Zoom, is because we could see the people's faces, and the connections is so important. And that's what we wanted people to know, is that you guys are not in this together, or not in this alone. We're in this together, right? And by all of us pitching together and lifting each other up, right? The rising tides lifts all boats. I hope you can do that for someone. I hope you can either join a movement or start a movement, be a part of something awesome, so you can tell your grandchildren what you were doing in the lockdown of 2020. Right? We're all going to have a story to tell, aren't we? I'm sure you've got a story, right? And I hope you've been taking notes about the different feelings you've had, and the fact that we're all going to need, you know, hair dye, nails done, exercise. Like, there's emerging markets coming out of this, right? And you guys are all marketers. So kind of think of how you could take advantage of this in a positive way, how you can bring the world to be a better place. But I wish you all luck. Is there any other questions you have? What a beautiful way to connect. Did my first ever vlog for myself. Hey, whoever Pixel 3 is. Nice. Oh, it's Michelle. Awesome. Hi, Michelle. I'm so glad you could join us. Is there any other questions you had? Di said one of her big accomplishments is she installed a bidet all by herself. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. Good for you. I love it. Anybody else want to share anything? Yes, you do. I have one. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm completely backlit. The screen looks black. I believe you. It's okay, Nathan. You didn't have to be on there. Your face was there. That's good. It's all good. No, I can text it to you. Oh, you're so cute. Mary, you're so knowledgeable that it's like my brain is watching a hummingbird. You're so cute. Awesome. Okay, well, we are totally over time. I said 10 minutes over, and now we're 10 minutes over. Hey, Nathan, I can see you. You are a ghost. That's awesome. So again, thank you all for taking the time to be here today. I hope you'll stay tuned for other American Marketing Association events and notices. Look in our Facebook group or on any of the other social platforms. We are all over the place. We're on all the things. So again, until then, stay safe, stay home until they let us out, and then let's help America get back to work, shall we? Awesome. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Be brilliant in all you do.